What's shaking, my friends? My name is Shay. Welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do a video about my 2022 reading goals. So this month I have been on vacation. I have been cleaning my house. I've been doing a lot of things other than filming videos for this channel, so you may have noticed that I have been absent. But it is okay. I'm telling myself it is okay. And so this kind of transitions me into my reading goals. My first reading goal for the year of 2022 is just to have more fun in my reading. I feel like lately, especially in the latter half of this year, I've just been pushing myself to read, and when I'm not reading, I make myself feel guilty. I don't know if y'all do this, but I have been doing this. And I don't want to feel guilty anymore because I decide to watch a TV show or I decide to do something else besides reading. So that's my number one goal for 2022. I want to make reading fun again for me. The second goal that I have for myself is to complete some series. I used to be so good at this. Last year specifically, I used to read a book in a series, then I'd like take a month off, then I'd pick that book series back up and I'd read one the next month. And I was so good at completing these series, but lately I have just fallen off the bandwagon. I have read like book one and then I haven't continued on with a lot of series. I have a lot of incomplete series, and at this point, if I'm gonna read those series, I may have to start over, which is again kind of depressing because there are so many books in so little time, and so I may have to start over. I don't want to, but I do want to get back on a schedule with my series and try to do what I was doing before, maybe a month between when I read the next series. So that's a goal. Secondly is I want to read more books I own. However, I do not want to feel pressured not to buy books. I feel like that's been another one of my issues is I'm doing the Reading to Zero challenge over at Jacqueline's channel. I'll link her channel down below. But we're doing it in our book club, and while I do want to read the books I own, I'm starting to feel guilty for buying books. I'm starting to feel guilty for not reading the books I own, and it's just not a very good feeling. I have a lot of unread books on my shelves. Do I want to still read those books? Absolutely. But I may just not be in the mood to read them right now. And does this mean that I shouldn't be able to buy any more books or support any more authors? I don't think so. I think that I'm not one that goes out and buys like 10 books a month or some odd like that. But I would like to buy books every now and then without feeling guilty. And yes, I do plan on getting to those books, but I feel like, buying books is a way to support the author, and I want to do that. But I also want to do it guilt-free. So that's what I plan on doing for the year 2022, trying to be guilt-free, trying to read off my shelves, but not feeling pressured not to buy books, if you know what I'm saying. Another goal I have is to try to pick up some more books that I find intimidating or that are long. Like I've had Brandon Sanderson's The Way of Kings on my TBR for 5,000 forevers, and I haven't read it because of how long it is and the fact that in my head I'm like, man, this is 1,000 some odd pages, and how many books can I read instead of this 1,000-page book? So that brings me back to reading a certain large number of books a month, which I feel guilty if I don't. And so maybe I can read an intimidating book even if it takes me longer. I would like to get to those books. I would like to read Way of Kings. I would like to read some of these longer fantasy series, some of these longer fantasy books. I am ready to do that in the year 2022. Another thing that I want to do is to read lesser-known authors, lesser-known books, maybe some self-published books. The thing is, and I think a lot of sometimes my disappointing reading goes along with I'm reading these really hyped up series that I've heard around everywhere, and I read them and I'm just not really a fan of them, and so it just negates it just makes me feel really bad about my reading because I'm reading a lot of hype books, and I guess it's just the hype that makes them I don't know, I have this expectation of these books, and when I read them, they don't meet them, and so it really just kind of takes the fun out of reading. So I would like to read lesser known authors, lesser known books, self-published books. So if you have any of those recommendations, please leave them down below so that I can get a list going for the year 2022 of some books that I would like to read. So I want to do that. I have some upcoming video ideas I am going to do that will push me to do that. So I'm very excited for those. Hopefully, whether I enjoy them or not, at least I gave something that wasn't hyped up. This is the most popular book ever, and I gave it a chance and to see what it had to offer. Another thing that I would like to do is reread some of my favorites. I hesitate when rereading because, again, so many books and so little time. And so when I pick up a book or say, hey, I want to reread this, I feel guilty because I'm not reading something new. But I would like to reread some new favorites. Not one a month or anything like that. Just I would like to reread some books that I love. So, of course, a reading goal. I usually set my goal for 125 books. I am going to well exceed that this year. But again, that is one of those things where I push myself to read so many books a month so that I can reach a certain goal or I can do whatever, and it really takes the fun out of reading. So my whole overarching goal for the year of 2022 is just to find the fun in reading again, because I just don't have that right now. And I'm not in a slump or anything, but as of right now, I'm filming, it's towards the end of November. I got like a week and a half left of November, and I have read, I think, 8-ish books, and I feel really terrible about that. I feel like I should have read more, and I don't like feeling that way. I want to feel like, man, I am really reading good things I want to read, great quality stuff. I'm having fun reading, all that kind of mumbo jumbo. I just want to find the fun in reading again. So if you guys have any goals that you are making for yourself in 2022, drop it down below. I may make that my goal too. So yeah, let's make reading fun in 2022 again. Alright guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you next time.